Morning guys, so new day, new job. Got a kitchen to fit from Howdens. Now this is going to be a first for me because I've not done one of these before. We've got a walk-in larder. Now luckily I do know somebody who's done these and he's a good friend of mine who we could have a chat with about this. So I'm not going to be that stressed about it just yet. So we've got an island with a butler sink or Belfast sink, and then obviously wall units, hob, ovens. I'm assuming integrated appliances. I haven't seen a fridge freezer. Yep, they're over there. It's an integrated fridge freezer. So it's going to be an interesting one. I'll knock this out in a few days. We have got a utility room to do as well, but it's not ready. Nowhere near ready. So stay tuned guys. We're just going to clear some space because this is where we're working. So the kitchen's going across here, so this column, and then the island is there. So we've got to clear all of that out of the way, move all this sort of over there a little bit so that we can get to where we need to get to make a start. Joys of working on a building site. It's supposed to be ready for us, but it is what it is. Let's get stuck in. See you soon. Bye bye. So first things first, we've got to go through all of this and organise it. So we're just trying to work out what units go where, and make sure we get them in the right place, identify which ones are the larder units, which ones are the utility units, get feet on the units, and just generally organise, get ourselves ready for the main push. Dave's over there trying to make head or tail of this walk-in larder. We've not done one of these walk-in larders before, so I'm actually making a phone call here, just having a chat with a friend of mine who has fitted them before, trying to get a little bit of advice. Ricky's flying away putting feet on all the cabinets. We've now got a pretty good idea how we're going to work this corner unit, this walk-in larder. So I'm going to leave Dave with that. I'm going to start studying the plans and making sure I know what I'm doing, because we have got a few issues with this kitchen. Got a couple of the wrong units, a couple of units have been supplied unnecessarily. It's been a bit of a kerfuffle on this one from Howdens, but it's not the end of the world. We will persevere and we will get through it. Okay, so we're still trying to get our heads around this larder unit, this walk-in larder. It's a bit of a tricky one because it's not very self-explanatory. Took a little bit of head scratching, but we figured it out in the end. So Dave's now just trying to organise it and get the feet on these units, and then once we've got that up, we can level them off and start getting it all put together. Okay, so after a bit of head scratching and a bit of thinking about it, we've managed to separate the utility units. So the bulk of that over there, this one in the front is all our island, and then all stuff in the back is for the utility. You got utility panels and then kitchen panels. Ricky's just throwing the feet on the bases, they're not in the right place yet. We've got to move them around as necessary. Dave's just putting feet on the oven housing, because then we've got to start working on our walk-in larder. So we're going to first job we're going to do is get our two side larders that go either side of our walk-in larder up, feeted and levelled, so that we can then get an idea of how the corner is going to work. We can then get a laser line or a level up there, and we can start working down and get our corner units, wall units on, base unit on, and then you got these four cabinets all go in the walk-in larder as well. So they've got to have feet put on them. There's a worktop to go on them. So it's going to be a long day of basically sorting out the units and just getting feet on really. So we've got all larder units along that wall, so we get all those, put feet on all those, get them in rough place and just start generally working it out. And then obviously we've got the island going here. So it's going to be an interesting day, and I'll try and do as many videos as I can explaining what we're doing, especially with that walk-in larder. That's going to be difficult one, not done one before, so it's all going to be a matter of head scratching, reading the instructions and a bit of trial and error, I think. So stay tuned and we'll see how we get on. So Dave's getting the feet on this larder. Between the two of us, we'll oik it up, make sure it's level and plumb, and then we'll do the same with the right hand side larder. Get that one, get their feet on that one, and then once we've got it in place, we can start leveling across, working out our heights. We've got to come down 18mm from top of these larders to allow for the roof panel for the walk-in larder, and then we've got to come down again for our fixing brackets for the wall units that are actually going to go in there first. So it's a little bit of back and forth, in and out, jiggery pokery. Ricky's flying through these legs like there's no tomorrow. This is what he's here for, absolute superstar. I'm going to start working on these base units to the right. Once we get our units in place, I can then start putting things in place. We're still studying the instructions for this walk-in larder because neither me and Dave have done one before, so it's just a matter of a little bit of communication between the two of us. Make sure we're both on the same page and we know exactly what's going on. Ricky's just thrown the last of those units in. I've now started levelling the base units next to that tower unit, and then once I got them levelled, I did make a bit of a mistake here. I started screwing them all together, then realised I hadn't put the bloody decal panel in, so I have to at some point later on release them, move them over 18mm, and then cut the decal panel. But when you're trying to do 101 jobs and constant try to make sure everyone's doing their bit and that there's no problems. Ricky was asking me questions, Dave was asking me questions, I had the client there, I had the builder there. So it's a little bit of a slow start, but then we started getting the island together, started getting all that built, so Ricky's flying through that, and then I will start levelling that off shortly. But yeah, we'll get there in the end. It's just a little bit of jiggery pokery, a few head scratches, and then we've got to try and work out where the island's going to go, because in that island we've got the sink. And obviously we've got to make sure we get our units in the right place, because they've already pre-installed the waste and the hot, cold and electrics for the island. So there's me now just trying to work them out, putting a level across just to try and make sure they're in roughly the right place. They may need some slight adjustment, yet they're not exactly where I want to put them. We need to just make sure that they've got the right distance from the wall units to the island. Make sure everything's square. It's a long process, but once we've got everything all in place, it all comes together quite quickly. And as you can see here, those base units on the island are going in quite quick now. I'm just double checking on my levels. This is where I made the mistake and didn't fit the decal panel, because we were still trying to get that walk-in larder correct, and I wanted to get these units started. I got a bit carried away, got them all fixed together before I'd actually put the decal panel in. It's a minor issue. We didn't screw the units to the wall. I had to actually take a chunk off the back of the base unit, because there was a bump or a ridge in the wall smack bang in the middle between the 2,000 units. So I just had to take 10mm off of each side of each cabinet, just so they sat back tight to the wall without any undulations, so they all run nice and smoothly and flat. But that was a minor issue. Dave's now flying through there. He's getting the wall units up inside the walk-in larder. Okay, Ricky's flying around with the feet for the utility. He's got the island all put together. So the island is here. We've got a wine unit going there, which we haven't got yet. So this is roughly the layout of the island. We've got a Belfast sink going in there, dishwasher in. None of this is levelled yet. It's just dry fitted so we can see what we've got. They've all been levelled, not fixed to the wall yet. We've had to take a small chunk out of it there because there's a belly in the wall here. So this may yet need to shunt over. We're just getting the walk-in larder ready. So with the walk-in larder, we're using our metal brackets, because obviously we've got our power there, which is right where we don't want to be drilling. So we've used those. And then we've got a 450 going there, a 450 going there, and then there's a small filler. So once these are on, we've then got the roof panel, which is that, which will then go on top of the wall units. And then we make sure that all these larders all join up nicely and all get secured in properly, nice and tight. And then we can start looking at the base units, getting the fillers in. It's quite a tricky thing to do this, so you've got little filler panels that go in either side of these. So once Dave's got them in, we'll get that roof panel on, and then we can make sure that's in the right place, nudge that over if needed. We can then secure all the tops together, make sure everything's nice and plumb. We can do our scribe there for our fillers, and then we can start looking at the bottom and do the same again. And then you've got these pieces, which then gets screwed to the decal panels here, which are the hinge and the angle return. So that's the bit we've got to get right. But we're slowly getting there. It's a work in progress, so stay tuned. Okay, so here I am now trying to get the island set out. So what I've done is I've clamped my 6 foot level to the base units on the wall, and I've just trying to square it and make sure that I'm in line with them, because obviously in the plans they are actually in line with each other. So I'm using that just to make sure I get them sort of squared, and tape measuring off the other units, make sure I've got the same distance apart. Then I'm leveling them, I'm screwing them all together. With the ones on the left here, on the island, as you're looking at it, I actually put 2 little battens of wood. This is what you see me doing here. I'm taking the back legs off and I'm fitting on some little bits of batten so that I can create like a place where I can join the actual 2 units together. And then once that's done, I can then work my way along the back of all units with the feet on, make sure they're all level and plumb and all screwed together. That's roughly the island done. There's a wine cooler got to go on the right hand side still to go in. Obviously the butler sink still got to be adjusted, and there's decal panel still to go in. And this is me now trying to get the roof of the walk-in larder prepped. So we're going to get the not the biscuit joint, the pocket hole jig out of the van. We're going to pocket hole jig the roof so that can be screwed in from the top to hide the fixings, to make sure everything looks nice and tidy. And then once I'm happy, this is what we're doing now, we're just going to put the pocket hole in and cut that last decal panel for the right hand side of the walk-in larder. I'm just going to throw that decal panel in. It takes a little bit of trimming because for a new build the walls aren't very good, they're lumpy and bumpy, so we had to keep planing it, because these decal panels would have a 20mm would be 20mm proud of the carcass, but because of this walk-in larder they have to be flush. So for the first time on a Howdens kitchen, you actually have to cut the back of the decal panel out, whereas normally they are exactly the right width and they just assume your walls are plumb. But yeah, so a few little jigs, and we're going to do the right hand side one now, get that in the right place. A few little trims on that one, make sure that sits flush. You're going to have to run the plane down it a few times, which is why it's in and out. But little and often, rather than trying to do it in one go. I did scribe it, but we'd already put the wall unit up, so it made it quite difficult to run my scribe compass down the whole length. So we just took it a little bit at a time. This is me now getting the pocket hole jig set up, doing a test fit, making sure we're not going to go too deep. And then I'm going to pocket hole jig the 2 ends so that I can secure the ends where the 2 ends of the larders meet. And then once we're happy, we're going to get that up there. I'm going to get up there, I'm going to screw them in. And then once that's done, we're going to then screw them to the wall units that are in there, make it all solid. This will make all these larder units absolutely solid and rigid. Dave was going to do a load of measuring, and we're going to get all the side bits on that hang the doors fitted, which I will show you shortly. But in the meantime, Ricky's throwing on all the doors where he can on the island, and going through all the boxes, building all the drawer cabinets and the carcasses for the drawers, digging out all the drawer fronts. Dave's now levelling a couple of the other units just to make sure they're good, and securing all the decal panels in place. And then once we're happy, he can then go along and secure all the rest of the larder units together, get them all plumb like he is now, and then they'll all be finished. And then he will secure the right hand last larder unit to the wall to make sure there's no movement, and that should then make this all solid. And this is where I made my mistake. As you can see now, I'm putting in that last decal panel, and I've had to release the base units and pull them all over 18mm. So I'm just scribing that in now, and then once I'm happy, I'll get that fixed in. I'm just helping Ricky here to identify some drawer fronts because they're different sizes for the larder, and obviously another little meeting with the builder. But yeah, it's just a matter of getting on with it, guys, to be honest with you. We did do really well on this one, guys. We got quite a lot done today, so I'm really impressed. Okay, guys, things are progressing quite well. So Dave has now levelled and secured all of these larder units in. That one's secured in. All the decal panels have been cut. Ricky's throwing doors on where he can. I'm just fitting decal panels there, all secured to the wall now. So with this walk-in larder, as you can see, we've had to cut these decor panels, have to be cut flush with the cabinet, because obviously when this door goes on it's going to overhang that, so you lose that. So they have to be cut flush and scribed in. So I've done that both sides. And then you have these two bits of timber. That one gets screwed back to a certain measurement. It's on the interest. About 75mm on it, Dave, or something? 77. 77mm. These get set back from the decor panel. Then these then get screwed on flush. So the mitre's nice and tight there. We've secured this. We've done a pocket hole jig up there on the top. I don't know if you can see that. So we've done pocket hole jig in both the corners, and then we've secured through the cabinets on the front of these ones, and then two at the back, just to make sure that's absolutely solid. Done that side as well. There is a base unit. So what you see here is repeated down there. Then we have to scribe fillers in now, and now we've got a bit of a plinth to do that. So that's got to be done still. But yeah, it's getting there. The island is sort of semi there. It's not quite set up properly yet. We've got some weird things to contend with, because we've got a dishwasher here. So I've got to see where the decor panels go. Definitely one there, and I think there's got to be one there as well to make it match. But that then throws all this corner out, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to pan out. So I need to check the drawings and just see how that squares out. But we are getting there. For day one we're doing well, and tomorrow we can get in the utility room as well, so that's another job that we've got to do. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so it's end of day one. We've got some bits missing, and they've got some ordered parts that are wrong, but nothing we can't sort out with Howdens. So I've got to take all them bits back, replace the damaged parts, which was one piece, and then organise replacement parts. But this is where we got to. So we've got all the larders in. We've put the doors in. That's the fridge and freezer. This is the walk-in larder, all looking nice. You know, it is what it is there. Obviously we haven't joined these doors together yet, and we're a hinge pack missing. So that's the top. There'll be a filler panel in there, which we haven't done yet, and in there. And then basically what you see there is a smaller version that goes in down there with feet. So that goes all in there. Happy days. We've got the oven with the drawer. We haven't got the oven here, so we can't get that set perfectly. All the drawers are in. These two boxes are internal drawers. They go in those two units there. That's all the decor panels and the wall units. We are a wall unit. They sent the wrong one. That's got to go back. That panel, this one's also damaged as well. This one's quite badly damaged. So that's got to go back in the van as well. That's damaged. It's quite a lot of damaged stuff today. That's all the larder stuff. All the utility room stuff. This is all pretty much laid out. We're an appliance door missing. The wine cooler the customer hasn't ordered yet. But yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. It is what it is. We'll see you soon, guys. Don't forget, like, share, follow. Come back tomorrow and see how we get on.